wrists, flaring the fingers out wide. You can bring the hands out to the side, making sure the shoulders are nice and depressed, making sure you're not flaring the lower ribs in the front, but rather keeping it nice and stacked up over your pelvis. And imagining a string drawing you towards the ceiling so you have a long spine. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take those arms out to the side and just float those bones of the fingers and hands and wrists and move them and mobilize them about. From here you're going to take your fingers together, draw them together. You're going to take one hand and point your fingers towards the ceiling, and then you're going to switch and point the other ones towards the ceiling. From here you're going to add a little bit of a reach, So if you feel any clicking or popping, that's a cue that you need to slow down and see what's going on in there. See if you can maybe decrease the range of motion or decrease the speed, maybe both. Very good. So from here, you're just going to take your hands, make them into a fist, roll your fists forward and then backwards, forwards and backwards. And work those fingers all the way around. Okay. From here, we're going to go right back into our tabletop position on hands and knees. Taking our movement a little bit further this time, so what we're going to do is we're going to transition between a modified cobra pose and then by drawing your belly button towards your spine, you're going to drop your hips over your heels into a modified child's pose. So you're moving in and out through cobra and then child's pose. Breathing in through cobra, exhaling through child's pose. Three more. Last time. Good. From here, going back into a cobra pose. And without dropping your waist all the way towards your mat, so you're just hovering here, what you're going to do is you're going to take your left knee towards your left hand and look back towards that same side foot. Bring it back. Then you're going to bring your right knee up towards your right hand, look back towards that right foot, switch. And while you're doing this movement, you want to make sure to press into the ground with your arms. You're not dropping and collapsing through, but rather pushing through the arms. So it's a nice, stable, strong position for the wrists, shoulders. Good. From here, drop your weight back, open up that lower spine into child's pose. From here, you're going to move into a push-up position or a plank position, and then thrust your hips up into the air into downward facing dog. So your spine is long. You want to imagine that the tip of your tailbone is moving in opposite direction of your head. And then again, from here, you're going to move to a push-up or plank position. Breathe in, and as you exhale, press your hips back up into the air. Breathe in. Exhale, push your hips up. 3 more times. Breathe in. Exhale, push your hips up, drawing your belly button towards your spine. Breathe in. Exhale. Last time, breathing in. Exhale, pressing your hips up into the air. Good. From here, you're going to go ahead and come back into your tabletop position, knees and hands on the ground. Again, giving your wrists a little bit of a break after all that wrist extension. We're going to take our wrists into flexion by taking the backs of our hands together, making sure your shoulders aren't shrugged but rather depressed, making sure your lower ribs aren't flared but rather stacked right up over your hips. Spine is long. Exhaling very, very slow. Good. From here we're going to mobilize the shoulders. So you're just going to take your left arm, you're going to bring it up and then down. You're going to bring it back and then all the way through. See if you can mobilize the shoulder independently of the rest of the spine. So you're just moving that shoulder through its full range, and whatever range you have available, that's completely agreeable to you. This isn't a one size fits all. This is every man uses what, or woman uses what they have available, and you want to reach to your limit but don't exceed it. So just reaching up, back, and then all the way through. All the way through. So you're really reaching through those fingertips, just reaching, 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 all the way through. All the way through. Good. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to plant one hand into the ground. You're going to reach up towards the ceiling with one hand and then come back down with control. Plant the other hand, reach up, come back with control, plant the other hand, reach, come back, reach, come back, 3 more times, reach, come back, reach, come back, 2 more, reach, come back, reach, come back, 1 more, reach, come back, reach, come back. Good. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to come to a standing position. So we're just going to bring our weight forward. We're going to come up and lift, so your toes are flexed. You're going to lift your knees off the ground and you're going to press your weight back, walk those hands back towards your feet, and then slowly press through those heels and through the balls of the feet simultaneously. Come to a nice standing position on your mat. Arms come above the head. Swoop those arms down. Sit back into a chair pose position here. Press through the heels as you breathe in. Open up the front side of the body. As you exhale, hinge forward at the waist. Forward fold. As you breathe in, press through the crown of the head. Straighten out and elongate your spine. And as you exhale, move deeper into your forward fold. Good. If you have the range of motion, you can drop your weight all the way into a squat, deep squat position. If you don't have that range, you can come into onto the balls of your feet with a nice long spine. From here, you're going to plant your hands into the ground, press yourself with your hands and your feet, and then press yourself back into a standing position. 2 more times. We're going to go through that. So we're going to breathe in, lift the arms out to the side. Exhale, swoop those arms down, sit back into chair pose, really dropping that weight back. As you inhale, press through the heels, open up the front side of the body. Exhale, hinge forward at the waist, forward fold. Breathing in, pressing through the crown of the head. Elongating the spine, and then as you exhale, move deeper into your forward fold. Good. Pressing through the heels, go ahead and press yourself back into a standing position on your mat, and then we're just going to do this one more time. So breathing in, float the arms out to the side. Exhale, drop your weight back, hinging forward at the waist. Breathing in, pressing through the heels, standing upright. Exhale, hinge forward at the waist, forward fold. Inhaling, elongating the spine, pressing through the crown of the head, and then as you exhale, drop deeper into your forward fold. Let go of the tension in the neck and in the shoulders. From here, go ahead and walk your hands forward. Drop your knees down onto your mat. Come to your backside. I'm going to lay down and do 3 more diaphragmatic breaths and call it a day. So, laying on your back. Again, if you like, you can place one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach, and just really try to focus on relaxing the spine and allowing your body to recalibrate itself. While you're in this position, bring into mind something that you're thankful for this morning or this afternoon or this evening or whenever you're doing this. Bring into mind something that you're thankful for. As we're diaphragmatic breathing, we're going to crawl our fingers around our abdomen and just see if we have any adhesions or tension that accumulated throughout our movement practice. Really nice. And then to end the practice after the breathing, I always like to end with a little bit of a reset technique for my back. Just a good way to integrate all the different movements that we just practiced. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your arms above your head and try to keep those lower ribs down so you're not flaring in the front as much as possible. And then what you're going to do is, by leading with the belly button, you're going to open up, almost like you're moving through extension, and then you're going to contract and bring your arms and legs together. So we'll do that to both sides 3 times. Here we go. Inhaling as you open up, and then exhaling as you curl in together. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Really nice. From here, we're just going to rock ourselves up to upright seated position on our mat. Thank you so much for moving with me today. And I hope that you have a great day, the rest of your day today, and continue to integrate these movement snacks throughout your day so that you can get more out of your body and out of your life experience. Thanks for joining me. Take care.